Hi all, welcome to Sharing into Ratios with Pictures with Mr. Thompson. What we're going to look at today is doing every ratio question we can think of, but with pictures. So here's our setup. We're going to start with A and B in the ratio 3 to 5, and no matter when you get a question like this, you're always going to try and draw it out with pictures. So let's start A and B in the ratio 3 to 5. We're going to take A and we're going to draw that in your books as a label, and B. Next up, we're going to try and put boxes out for each of A and B. Now A comes first in the question, so the first part of the ratio must represent A. So A is going to have 3 boxes. So we're going to draw them 1, 2 and 3. And similarly for B, it's going to have 5 boxes. Okay, done that there. Now, this is just the setup, but it's important for us to know what they mean. So we're going to start with the dimension or the length of A. And it's important for us to know that this represents the total of A. So everything we're going to put into A is going to go into these 3 boxes, and it's going to be spread across that width there. The next one that's important to know is the width of B, and that is also the total of B. There's 2 more dimensions, I suppose, that we could put in here. Our first one would be the whole thing all together, and it's going to be all of these boxes. Now, all of these boxes all together is going to be the overall total of the whole thing. So the total amount of everything. And the final dimension, the one that's possibly not clear straight away, is this little distance here. And this little distance here, it's not A and it's not B. It's actually the difference between A and B. Hopefully you can see that B is 2 squares larger than A. A's got 3. Add another 2 squares and you get B. So this is the difference between A and B. Okay? The final point to note is this. You've used squares and all the squares are the same size. So no matter what we put in the squares, it's always going to be the same. The size is really important. And that's your setup of ratio. Next we're going to look at some questions.